Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money you gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, I had cornrows. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some top. Attitude on some. Bank roll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I tried.
Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money you gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like this after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or growing the wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money you gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M.
Welcome back, everyone, to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. This one coming down to the wire as we pick up the action in the final minute of regulation. Something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of...
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. These folks are ready, and we are underway. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
Leonard Fournette commands a lot of attention, not just because he was the first 1,000-yard running back for Jacksonville since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. It's because of his ability to hit the hole fast, to knock people over when he's carrying the football, and to run away from people when he gets to the open field. He actually has changed the identity of the Jacksonville offense. I'm looking forward to watching him for years to come.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Expected to be a centerpiece of the Colts defense that has to improve, and that's Malik Hooker. Second-year safety out of Ohio State. Was limited to just 7 games due to injuries in his rookie season. They love his range, they love his toughness, and they'll need every bit of that in an ever-improving AFC South that likes to throw the ball around.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
This is brought in at the 21. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Grant. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Love. Powers through, looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Grant. The 30, the 20, touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down.
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way. It takes it for a touchdown.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jacksonville, Charles, is a team that you and I have talked about a lot this year because there was all that anticipation coming into the season on the heels of 2017, but the first half of the year was just not kind to them, and they entered their bye week on a 4-game losing skid. Blake Bortles in and out of the lineup, Leonard Fournette out of the lineup. I don't know what to make of 2018 for this team.
Yeah, I don't either. They moved Dante Fowler Jr. to Los Angeles in a trade at the deadline, but I still feel like there's something there. This team is too talented to be in this type of a skid. And apart from games with the Steelers and the Texans, schedule is favorable on the back end. Let's see if guys like Calais Campbell can lead them back to some of the success they had in 2017. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Bortles. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Throwing is Bortles. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. You can see Indianapolis' offense taking the field again. And their quarterback, Andrew Luck, probably has to be getting some consideration for comeback player of the year, don't you think?
It's the kind of award that he would not like to win, but has a chance to really do it and would deserve it because, remember, he missed most of 2 seasons with a shoulder injury, and now he's back playing awfully well. Now, they did have a 4-game losing streak early in the year, okay, and that's probably going to keep them from playoff consideration, but I like what they've been doing lately. The offensive line has really gelled and protected Andrew Luck better than he's seen in a long time. Plus, he got back T.Y. Hilton, so he has some weapons to throw at him. They can be pretty dangerous in the second half of the year.
On the defensive side of the football, the starting lineup now for Jacksonville. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Enjoy the game.
Thanks.
Have to go.
To throw on second down is Locke. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked out by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The former first-round pick from Boise State, Shea McClellan. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. third down, Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. A shotgun snap for Love. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Locke off the bootleg. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Putting close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a carry from Mack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Right back to him on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calais Campbell on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Off of play action, Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Locke. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The partner with that incompletion, what do you say that we look around the league and give some defensive players some love? You okay with that?
Let's do it. Let's rattle off a few guys. Von Miller, every year we talk about him, we should do it again. He's, again, one of the top sack leaders in the NFL. One name you don't talk about, but should, is Danielle Hunter with the Minnesota Vikings, really coming into his own as a pass rusher. Aaron Donald, I think he's worth every nickel that the Rams have spent. Strong favorites in the NFC West. J.J. Watt is back. And that's not a pun either because he's back from back surgery, okay? He is playing awfully well, still continuing to get to the quarterback, and is also J.J. Watt knocking passes out of the air. But how about a special category? How about teammates and or brothers? Add Bradley Chubb to Von Miller, the rookie out of North Carolina State. Add T.J. Watt with Pittsburgh to J.J. Watt. And maybe it could be a combo trophy for them because all of them are playing awfully well.
I like that. One name we didn't hear, Khalil Mack. Unfortunately, with the ankle injury, he's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, at the end of the year, we'll look back and realize the impact he made on Chicago. May not win him the overall award, but maybe for Chicago, he would still be their MVP.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. To throw, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. On first down, Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throw outside complete. That's Cole. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. Bortles now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bortles now on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run to Mack, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is taken at about the 14. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Bortles. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, I want to revisit our preseason Super Bowl picks.
Must we?
Well, we're getting closer and closer toward the playoffs. So
we have to revisit
who did you have? You had the Falcons.
I had Atlanta.
But you couldn't predict all those injuries the Falcons
couldn't
had.
predict all the injuries, and heading into their open week, they had won 2 in a row. And then beat Washington after the open week. So all is not lost, but still enough guys are out that maybe it's not the best prediction. But I did have Pittsburgh, I believe, on the AFC side, and they are really starting to come on.
Sadly, I don't even remember who I had. I think it's going to sound like, oh, yeah, revisionist history. I think I had Rams and Patriots, so I'm going to stick with that.
That actually sounds familiar to me. I do believe you did have Rams in New England, and you are on track with those 2 teams.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Bortles. And now another one thrown incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken right around the 44. Oh, now he bowls him over. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. It's complete to Graham. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the gun, here's Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because like him is going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Second and 10, Luck again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Love. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Quick hitch, complete. It's Grant. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Shrugs him off. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tyler Patman on the tackle. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, Even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Al Woods in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
380. 380. 539, Lucy.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope that. No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.
Season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Want to see what happens next? Choose yes to continue playing this team season.